Good afternoon. My name is Nancy Mason. I am the director of the Muskogee Nation Youth Services Program. And today we are going to have a presentation from one of our cultural arts youth mentorship mentees. Before we get started, I want to just talk a little bit about our program. So the Muskogee Nation Youth Services mission is to empower Muskogee youth by connecting to culture, community, and resources. We do this through a variety of different ways that focus around our program goals. Those include fostering advocacy, where we have a youth council, try to do different leadership activities, providing resources. We do that throughout our social media. We have a lot of resources on our website, as well as a resource book that is available for download from our website. Promoting civic duty, which focuses on getting young people engaged in the political system, encouraging wellness, and this is kind of the bulk of our program, where we do life skills, cultural activities. We focus a lot on the premise that culture is prevention, and so trying to get young people connected to the Muskogee culture so that they can be more resilient. And then last but not least is our program goal of creating support. We've just launched a Muskogee Mentors program this spring, and this mentorship for the cultural arts is actually related to both of those goals of encouraging wellness and creating support. We received a grant from First Nations Development Institute, which allowed us to have funding for a one-year project. And we chose to do mentoring to build on the For Girls Becoming mentorship that was created by Joy Harjo and Jennifer Forrester. And so they had great success with their program, and we wanted to try to continue that. And so we've been working with 9 young people over the last 9 months, and they have been learning various arts and been doing presentations here recently. Louisa is actually the last of our presentations, so we're really excited to have her here today and see all of the great things that she's been able to accomplish. And so I'd like to go ahead and turn this over to Louisa and let her introduce herself and get on with the presentation. Louisa?
Este Stongo, Louisa Maya Harjo Jahajikados, Okima Legados, Wigajabova Mvskoke Chico, Zeto Gova Amidoados, Ojiabova Osaswadoes. Hello, my name is Louisa Harjo. My hometown is Okima, and my clan is Deer Clan, and my tribal town is Fish Pond. My ceremonial ground is Ojiabova, and my church is Springfield Indian United Methodist Church, and I hope everyone likes my presentation, and thank you for taking the time to be able to watch video. Yeah. Next slide. Why fashion? The reason I picked fashion was because I've always been fascinated watching my grandma sew, and ever since I was little, I've always done so many hobbies. I do crocheting, knitting, pottery, all kinds of art, and I've always been interested in Creek symbolism and representing Muskogee people, and through this fashion, I wanted to show Creek symbolism in a unique way and wearing clothing that identifies to my culture and beauty. And now these days, art is fashion, and you can do art in any way and express it how you want it. And through my art, I wanted to do it fashionable. And my career opportunities, I'm am able to use art and ideas in digital media. And now that I go to West Watkins and I'm taking a digital media class there, I'd learn new technology that would help me in my fashion career. And with all my experiences, uh, it's just been really helpful through art. And I've already got to have fashion shows with Creek Nation and Native Fashion in the city, which is a big boost for me. And my mentor was already surprised with how much I've already learned. And with her, she really helped me out with what I wanted to learn with her. Next slide. My mentor is Leslie Deer. Leslie has been sewing for over a little 25 years now. She started off doing sacking box ribbon work by her elders in Shawnee. Her mom was a very fashionable woman, and Leslie began to notice what she could do with her clothes. By 18, Leslie was more involved in her Mvskoke culture and began studying Mvskoke designs, what she wanted to incorporate it into her fashion. She was Miss Mvskoke Creek Nation in 1981 to 82, and she was also Miss Indian Oklahoma. Leslie is well known and well respected fashion designer. Mvskoke people have been designers and artists, and it shows in their artifacts, pottery, and gorgets. And doing my research, I've got to look at different books and talk to different elders, and even looking at different artists who do their designs differently, but still incorporating it into who they are, like Dan Beaver, Kenneth Johnson, or Bill Glass. And it's a really cool experience just to see how they put out their art. And storytelling, Leslie wanted me, and that in fashion, when creating a line for a show, you need to start with the storyboard. And my storyboard, she wanted me to do a color story or have a style. And I just wanted to show what I could do with my art. And I've already had designs that I wanted to show people, but I didn't know how to get the materials or anything. And naturally, Mvskoke people told stories through art and what they had. A design could have meanings such as wind or four directions or fire, etc. And I thought a lot about what my story would be for this mentorship. And looking at the books that I looked at, I was thinking about how I could incorporate it into my fashion. And this is a quote that I seen, and it really connected to what I wanted to show. When you act or speak, you must think of all your relatives, known and unknown. You must also remember the plants, the animals, the living things, and the ancient ones, those that have gone before you. And that quote is by Jean Jottery, and it made me think about how our people were given these visions of designs from our creator. They either did it by meditation or praying or even ceremonial dances. I believe that our Mvskoke art is installed in us, and it allows us to create. And I describe my fashion in general as Mvskoke aesthetic, and as a designer you have an aesthetic, and an aesthetic is more of a style. And my style is the mixture of modern day wear and traditional wear. And I love to wear things that represent fire, the sun, or even the moon, and just swirls of color and motion and balance, much like our cultural ceremonies. And these are some of my new designs, and I hope you like them. And can I take a drink real quick? I need a drink.
It's hard talking for a long time. You're great, though. Take your time.
Yeah. These are some of the tools that I've used, and as usual, a sewing machine and the supplies that go with the machine: fabric, ribbon, desired pattern, computer, carving tool, books, and speedball paint, and making my own stamps. Here on the left, you see my machine. I did have a better machine, but it broke down, and I had to buy this really fast one so that I could get to work. And Leslie, she got to help me out on some of my outfits, and this was a good day for us because we got 4 outfits done that day, and that was a really good deal. And this is the speedball paint. Oh, go back. This is the speedball paint that you use for fabric, and it especially works on fabric. I wouldn't suggest any other kind of paint to put on your fabric. This is the one of the tools that you use to carve out the stamps, and the big blocks is basically like a big eraser. And first you draw out your design of what you want, and this is my stamps that I made, and it's a sun circle and one of the 4 direction designs. This is my process of designing. This is the first time like we got to meet, and I was very specific about what I wanted, and I already showed her some of my designs, and really I just wanted to print my material of the designs that I already had, and we had planned to do a fashion show, which we won't get to do now, but soon I still want to. And our other ones were to professionally make my outfits look professional, which that was a big help for me because all I did was just sew and sew. So she really helped me out. This is the one of the second times we got to meet, and here I showed her one of my fashion shows I've already done. So I showed her the clothes that I've already made and the designs that I already had. And here we got to make a layout of what my storyboard would be, and I got to show her pictures of modeling, and we were trying to figure out how this whole thing was going to work out for us and set different dates of when we could meet. And I did have sketches, but I didn't get to put it in here today. And she taught me you need to do like 10 sketches a day, and that was a really cool experience because we shared our sketches online. In digital media class, it was really fun experience, and my teacher was really supportive of me. And my sister, since all this quarantine, I didn't get to use a lot of models, and we just took pictures here around the house, or we'd go down the road and take pictures. But my sister would have fun, and some days she didn't, and I just made her. But this is one of the dresses that I made for her. And what Leslie told me to do was make a block about a certain height and length. And that's how I would make my design on the material, because you have to make it a specific way. Here's some of the pictures where I had to get her relaxed, and it's still the same dress. Just a little fun dress to have. And this dress right here, it's going to be put in my West Watkins school. My digital media teacher, she asked me to design her a dress for, they're going to put it in a case, and it's going to be in there a few years, and then they're going to do a story on me. So I designed this dress for them, but I didn't get to give it to them in time where they could go ahead and put it in the case. So I wanted to show you guys what I made. And they provided the material for me, and that helped a lot. This is the chest. This is another design I had fun with. You see it mostly on the gorgets or potteries, and I wanted to make it pop some way. And with this outfit, I also wanted to show the traditional way how our dresses have the turtle design at the top where it flares out, and this is a fun way of showing it. These are some more pictures that we took. I also made a matching shirt, as you can tell I'm wearing today. And I have a picture with the Chiefs. And they were really supportive of me too. Mm, Since I had enough material from making that romper, I decided to make a tank top. Just a simple one. And this hoodie right here, I made it all by myself. I started it from scratch. I got the material. And I had the vision of you could see through the design to the other layer of the material. And I decided to do the sun circle. It just automatically popped to my head. And you could see the material at the top of the hat, the hoodie too. Uh, it was a difficult hoodie to make, but I really liked the experience of making it. I made the hoodie from finish to start. This was going to be an Easter outfit for when we would go to church, and I was going to make a matching one, but I didn't have enough material. And my sister wanted a fun outfit, and so I designed this for her specifically. And I'm still learning patchwork because I'm part Seminole, but I decided it matches with the whole outfit, and it turned out good. This is one of my favorite designs, and it's a wind design. I drew it out by hand, and then I put it in one of the digital media programs and went on from there. And I measured out the dress on my sister. I don't know if you can tell if she's happy or not. This is the finished product. I also made a matching one, which you'll see in the next few slides. Just made a matching pantsuit. And these pictures right here, my sister, it's like she's tomboyish, so it's difficult for her to model off for me, even though we're in this whole coronavirus thing. But it was kind of fun in some way. This is a romper that I made a while back, and with the stamps that you seen earlier, I wanted to make it more clean and show off the ribbon work. And we caught the sunrise that day, and with the mood change of the outfit, it just connected well. Some pictures. And this design that I made, I wasn't really thinking of what I wanted it to be specifically, but I knew I wanted those colors and that kind of design of how it swirled and just like how it went all together. And me and Leslie were talking, and she had some pictures that she was watching on TV of the Milky Way. I was like, this works perfect. And it swirled around how it does when we do ceremonial dances. And I really love the stars, so it caught my eye right off. This is a day we were working, and I got to meet her at her community center, and that day they were having a horseshoe tournament, and come to find out that's one of my hidden talents. And her husband was really amazed by that. He was trying to recruit me for horseshoe. But that day we did get that dress done mostly, and I put it in a competition and it got third place, so I would have went to state for that dress, but since everything got canceled, I didn't get to go put it in there. And this is the finished product of that dress. Here in this picture, you'll see beads, and it will connect onto the next slide. And then Leslie helped me make tags for my business that I have. It's called Louisa Harjo Creations by Louisa, and we're just trying on the beads and see how they fit here. And this design this is one of my prom dresses. I wanted to have a relation with the colors and everything. And since I really love the fire, I wanted to incorporate that, and especially the Creek symbolism. Oh yeah, and the pictures that are taken in these pics are taken by Wesley. He's one of my brothers. I've known him for a while now, and he's a professional photographer, and I just want to make a shout out to him for taking these pictures. This is another design that I made, and it's another prom dress. Again, Wesley took the pictures. And for my future, I hope to still have my fashion show, and I still wanted to incorporate youth and how they could express their art, such as like doing makeup or taking photos of the models or even modeling or doing hair. And with my digital media certificate that I would get at my school, that would help me in the future for if I wanted to do logo making or just different businesses. But my plan is more going towards fashion. Or I could attend college at IAIA or just other fashion opportunities that would come to me. Maybe open a shop and giving back to my communities, which meaning I love to help out and with orphans or even the homeless. And Mado for watching. And this is my business I was talking about. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, or even email me, Harjo. Some of the values and lessons that I've done is that I've learned is time management, meaning it's a really big deal to even know your schedule or having the rest to have the mood, I guess, to do your art. And that it's a mindset that you need to have in general. And another one is free creativity, which meaning no limits. And Leslie taught me just do your own thing and express how you want it to. And the importance of mentoring is I've had a lot of mentors growing up, and I know a lot of people don't get that. And so I'm very blessed to even have mentors in my life, and especially Leslie for this one. She's like another mom to me. Thank you, Mado.
Great job, Louisa. I know I saw the pictures before everybody else, and I was really excited, but even more so just hearing you talk about each of the designs and the thought you put into it and how you did that digitally. And I'm just amazed. I'm just really, really proud of you. You've done a great job here. We want to open up opportunity for our participants to ask questions to Louisa. So if you have a question, you can put that in the question and answer box or send it through chat. We do have one chat message already that says, "I love you, Louisa."
Me too.
Joy Harjo is on the line, and she said, "Very impressive presentation, Louisa. Quite an accomplishment of this mentorship." So yeah, definitely a great job.
Thank you, Joy.
We also have Leslie, your mentor, Leslie Deer, on. And so I'm going to also add her in here. So if she'd like to say a few words about the mentorship from her perspective. Looks like we have a question here for you. It says, these are amazing creations. How did you get some of the designs on the different materials you used?
Leslie, she showed me how on this website they have their own materials and they send out blocks of what the materials feel like. And some of the designs are my designs, and I just expressed it how I wanted to digitally. And I already had the outfits of what I wanted to make. So
Awesome. Good, good, good. Before I unmute Leslie, I do want to ask all the participants something I forgot to do at the beginning. Could you please, in the chat, let me know how many youth and adults you have watching? And we call youth 24 and under, and adults are 25 and up. So if you've got one adult and two youth, if you would just please put that in the chat so we can kind of get a good head count of who all is listening in today, we would appreciate that. And I'm going to go ahead and unmute Leslie. All right, Leslie, you have a few things you'd like to say?
Well, I just really want to express what a wonderful experience it was to work with Louisa. As she told you in the beginning, she already knew quite a bit, but it was really fun to share some new tools and new art forms with her, and just watch her take those and run with them and make them her own, and just be so expressive with it. It was just a great opportunity. And I think I probably told you before, Nancy, too, that I'm sure I learned as much from her as she did from me. And we really enjoyed our relationship together. And it probably will continue. I'm sure we'll just carry on like we always do, and just text each other or say, hey, you want to get together? And so it was just a real honor and a joy to be a part of this mentorship with her.
We are so glad that you are. We know you are a busy lady, but we're glad that you and Louisa were able to figure out your own way of mentoring. And so that worked really good. We're excited about how you all were able to do that, and just everything that was accomplished for both of you all. It's really good to have you here today. Louisa, we have another question for you. It is, what is your biggest dream or goal?
one of my biggest dreams is to open up my own store, or even just right now having a worker to help me out, because I just have my family helping me right now. That's my big dream, is to open up a store.
That's good. Speaking of family,
have a studio.
Oh, sorry. We were talking as we were getting ready to go live today, and I know you wanted to give a special shout out to somebody for all their help on your presentation.
Oh yeah, my sister. Because she doesn't like modeling at all.
Great job. I mean, in addition to you being a fashion designer, both of you girls could be some great models. So you did a really good job with that.
Thank you.
And Joy says shout out to Suda for modeling also. So good job, Suda. Let's see if we have any other questions from the audience. It doesn't look like we do. Louisa, again, I want to thank you. I'm so proud of all of your accomplishments. I was sitting here thinking, look, I'm trying to cry now. I was sitting here thinking how proud I am of you, of all the growth that I've seen for you. It just in the last 5 years, but you know, over this last 9 months, it's been really exciting to talk to you about all of the designs that you were making, and just how you and Leslie were relating to each other. And I just knew that it was a good relationship. So I'm really glad that you were able to be a part of it, and Leslie was able to be a part of this. I want to just let everyone know, thank you for being on the presentation today. If you need to contact our office, we have our information that'll be coming up here on the screen for you. You can contact us by phone or email. We also have a website. It's MvskokeYouth.com. And we spell that the traditional way of Muskogee, so you can connect with us there. Like I said, this is the last of our Mentee presentations, but we do have ongoing events that you can connect with, whether it's an event that our office coordinates or one of the other programs or communities. We try to advertise all of those events that young people and their families can be a part of. Oh, I see some more questions. Before we sign off, let's get these questions answered. This is a question for Suda. If she's in the room, did you have fun? Oh no, it's for you, sorry. Did you have fun with Suda in the process?
Oh yeah, she was real with me about everything. So whenever I would try to fit it on her, she'd be like, I don't like it.
That's funny.
So I would be like, okay, I'm gonna fix it, and then she would like it.
That's good. That's good. Just another comment here. The presentation and the photography is all beautiful. And another comment, Jasmine says she's very proud of you and you never fail to amaze her with your creativity. So good job.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So that does look like that is the last of our questions. And we will go ahead and get signed off today. We again want to thank Joy Harjo and Jennifer Forster for creating the beginnings of this program, for having For Girls Becoming and giving us that inspiration to try to build on that. We want to definitely thank our tribal leadership for the support that they've given to all of our mentees. They were very excited about all of the work that they're doing. And then again, we're thanking First Nations Development Institute for the funding that we received for this project. Everyone have a great day. Mado, thank you for joining.